Hi St Francis School, it's Sarah here. Here I am in my kitchen. Now we are going to be thinking about the cross today, and the cross, as you probably know, is a symbol of the Christian faith. But I thought it would be good to see how many times I can find the cross in my house. And so I had a little bit of a look around and I found a few crosses. And I'm going to start off with some cross jewellery. Now, I wonder if you've got anything with a cross on yourself. Let's just flip this round. Okay, here we go. So I found my cross necklace. That's one I wear quite often. It's a beautiful gold cross. And then I've got another really lovely necklace with a small gold cross charm on it. So there's a couple of examples. And then I'm in my kitchen because I found another cross in the kitchen. There's the bananas, there's the calendar that is still on February. I've got a little cross just hanging up there. It's a beautiful one, like they call that a Celtic cross. And then I've got another one in my kitchen as well, going past there. Look, there is a palm cross, and we will be using these again quite soon. It's a palm cross, and on Palm Sunday we wave them. So that's another one. Now let's go into my lounge, and I've found another few crosses there. So I'll flip round again and we'll have a look. Out through the hallway, a few shoes lying around. It's the door to the outside. It's a bit of ironing, and there we go. Somebody gave that to us, and it's kind of like a cross engraved on a wooden flame shape, which I really like. And then we've got another cross there. That's a present that somebody gave to us of somebody preaching with a cross on it. So that's quite good fun. But I think that's all the crosses that we've got in the house, which isn't loads and loads for a vicar. But they are important, aren't they? So let's have a think about why the cross is so important. So look, here's why Christians believe that the cross is so important, why us Christians have it as a symbol of our faith. It's because Jesus died on the cross. Here's a picture of him. It's a Lego model of Jesus on the cross. And it's really, really sad when you think about it, that he died on a cross. So why did he choose to die on a cross then? But Christians believe that Jesus died to take away all the bad and sad things that you and I do. It's a bit like, I deserve to be punished sometimes for what I do wrong, but Jesus gets punished for me in my place. Hang on a minute, I have a question. Why doesn't he just make me good all the time instead of having to forgive me when I get things wrong? Well, you know, Jesus lets us make choices about our lives. He lets us choose whether we follow him or not. He lets us choose whether we love each other or love him. And some people choose to do things like make more money rather than to love each other. They think that's more important. Some people choose war over love. And at the moment, we've seen that in the news, haven't we? Jesus doesn't force us into doing anything, because if he did, we wouldn't be free, and that wouldn't be love. Instead, if we choose to believe in what he's done for us, he lets us start again and gets rid of all the guilt and shame that we can feel when we get things wrong. So here's a second reason as to why Jesus had to die on the cross, and that was to deal with all the bad and sad things in the world. We've just thought about how he died to deal with the bad and sad things inside of us, but he also did it for all the bad things in the world. And it's a bit like bad and sad things in the world get sucked into Jesus when he dies. So here we go. There's dirt all over my carpet, but my trusty Hoover will deal with it all. I've just taken the main bit off, and I'm just using that part of the Hoover to suck it all up off my beautiful beige carpet. Bit of hard work there just to suck it all up, but it's gonna come. All that dirt is removed and my carpet's back to normal. There is my trusty Hoover. My Hoover is called Hetty and she is pink, which is pretty awesome. I think you'll have to agree. Okay, so when Jesus died, it's a bit like the bad and sad things in the world died with him. They got sucked into him, a bit like my Hoover just cleaned up all the dirt on the floor just then. So I have a question. How come there is still bad and sad stuff in the world when Jesus dealt with it? Well, it's like that answer I gave before. He lets humans make choices, and human beings still make the choice sometimes not to put love first. But Christians believe that because of Jesus dying on the cross, the things that we get wrong that separate us from God are taken away. And that means that we can know God's love and his presence with us in this world. But we won't know it fully and completely until Jesus comes back to make the earth new. And you know, that's what he promises to do. And it will be better than you or I could ever imagine. There'll be no more pain or sadness or dying or war, but just peace and love all the time. Phew, well, we've been thinking about some really big things just there, all about why Jesus had to die on the cross. And you might have lots more questions, and that's brilliant. When you see me, just ask. I might not have all the answers, but there were some very difficult things to think about there. But you know what? The best bit about Easter is that Jesus didn't stay dead. He came down off the cross. He came back to life. And that's how we Christians believe that he is who he says he is. He is the Son of God. And he comes to bring us new life. And he comes to restore this earth and make it all okay again in the ways that we've been thinking about. So as we finish our time together today, why don't we just take a moment to think, and maybe we could close our eyes. And I just want you to do some imagining with me. I want you to imagine that you've got a really big rucksack. Maybe like, there's my rucksack. I like my rucksacks, all flowery. And imagine that into that really big bag, you are going to put anything that you've done wrong recently, anything you're a bit sad about and a bit ashamed about. Put it in the bag, in your mind, like in your imagination. This makes the bag quite heavy. It makes my bag quite heavy. Okay, so I need you to do a bit more imagining. I'd like you to put all of the things in the world that are bad and sad in this bag. Oh my goodness, that is quite a lot of things, isn't it? But just do it in your imagination, because luckily in our imaginations, the bag is big enough to take all of the terrible things in the world. Okay. I wonder if you've done that. It's going to be too heavy to carry now. But the really good news is that we can just ask Jesus to come along and carry it for us. And he can do that. He can walk alongside of us and carry all of the heavy things in the world, all the bad and sad things in the world. He can make it go. But you do need to tell him what you've put in the bag, because we can't just pretend that bad and sad stuff doesn't happen or that we never do it. We just need to tell Jesus what we put in the bag, and then he can help us to carry it. So why don't we just say a prayer together? Let's pray. Jesus, thank you that you died to take away all the bad and sad things that I do and all the bad and sad things in the world. Sometimes these things feel really heavy, but thank you that you can take them from us. And we ask that you would take away the heavy bag that we've just filled up. God, please would you help us to know that you are walking with us in everything that we do. And help us to share all our troubles with you so that you can help us to carry them and to take them away. Amen. Thanks, St. Francis. Have a good day and see you soon. Bye for now.